For Jose Juan Rangel and his wife, Maria Vargas Luna, a quick stop at their neighborhood McDonald's in Boyle Heights was just another routine errand. Like so many couples, they found comfort in the small rituals of daily life, grabbing a bite to eat together, sharing quiet moments in the car, and enjoying the familiar sights and sounds of their community. On this particular evening, the golden glow of the McDonald's arches promised a brief respite from a long day, a simple pleasure that brought them closer together. It was a day in March 2024, and as they waited patiently in their car, the world outside seemed ordinary and safe. The hum of engines, the chatter of other customers, and the familiar aroma of fries filled the air. For Jose and Maria, this was a moment of normalcy, a pause in the rush of life. But beneath the surface, fate was quietly shifting, setting the stage for a tragedy that would forever change their lives. Maria, 58, was the heart and soul of her family. Despite being partially blind, she faced each day with remarkable resilience and unwavering devotion to her loved ones. Her husband, Jose, was her constant companion and steadfast supporter, always by her side to help navigate the challenges of daily life. Together, they had built a life rooted in love, trust, and mutual respect, a partnership that had weathered many storms. Their bond was unbreakable, forged over decades of shared experiences, laughter, and even hardship. In the quiet intimacy of their car, they found solace in each other's presence, drawing strength from the simple act of being together. These moments, though ordinary, were the foundation of their happiness. But on that fateful day, the familiar golden arches, usually a symbol of comfort and routine, became the backdrop for a life-shattering event. What began as a harmless trip for dinner would soon unravel into chaos, leaving the couple and their family reeling from the consequences. In an instant, their simple errand turned into a desperate struggle for survival. Sirens pierced the night, and the once peaceful parking lot was transformed into a scene of confusion and fear. The tragedy that unfolded not only threatened Maria's life, but also raised urgent questions about responsibility, safety, and the hidden dangers that can lurk in the most familiar places. The aftermath would devastate the Rangel family, leaving them to grapple with loss, uncertainty, and the daunting prospect of seeking justice. Their pain and determination would ignite a legal battle against one of the world's largest corporations, a fight not just for themselves, but for accountability and change. It was supposed to be a simple, ordinary night. The couple, Maria and Mr. Rangel, had just finished a long day and decided to stop for a late meal at their local fast food restaurant. As they waited in the drive-thru line, the familiar glow of neon lights and the hum of engines created a sense of routine comfort. They chatted quietly, unaware that their lives were about to change forever. Suddenly, out of the shadows, Charles Cornelius Green Jr. allegedly approached their car. At first, his presence seemed odd, but not immediately threatening. But within moments, his behavior turned aggressive. He began harassing the couple, shouting and gesturing wildly, his intentions unclear, but his agitation unmistakable. The situation escalated with alarming speed. Green reportedly lunged toward the open window, reaching inside the car. In a matter of seconds, he assaulted Mr. Rangel, catching both him and Maria completely off guard. The couple's sense of safety shattered in an instant. Trapped inside their vehicle, panic set in. The confined space of the car offered little protection, and the chaos outside made it impossible to escape. The drive-thru, once a place of convenience, was now a cage. Hearing her husband's cries for help, Maria's instincts took over. Despite her own fear and vulnerability, she made the split-second decision to get out of the car. Her only thought was to protect her husband from further harm, no matter the risk to herself. Maria rushed around to the driver's side, her heart pounding, determined to intervene. She reached out, trying to shield Mr. Rangel from the attacker, her love and courage driving her forward. In the confusion and struggle, tragedy struck. Whether she was pushed or lost her balance in the chaos, Maria fell hard, her head striking the unforgiving pavement. The sound echoed through the night, silencing the commotion for a brief, terrible moment. The impact was devastating. Maria lay motionless on the ground, unconscious, as bystanders and fast food employees rushed to call for help. Paramedics arrived quickly, but the severity of her injuries was immediately apparent. What began as a routine stop for food had spiraled into a nightmare. The violence that started with Mr. Rangel had now ensnared Maria, turning a peaceful errand into a desperate, life-or-death emergency. Police and emergency responders flooded the scene, their flashing lights illuminating the tragedy that had unfolded. The drive-thru, once a symbol of everyday convenience, was now cordoned off with police tape, a stark reminder of how quickly life can change. The air was heavy with shock and grief, the restaurant's familiar setting forever altered by violence. In just a few seconds, a family's world was shattered. The echoes of that night would linger long after the sirens faded, leaving loved ones to grapple with unimaginable loss and the haunting question of how such tragedy could strike in the most ordinary of places. Emergency services rushed Maria to the hospital with severe head trauma. En route, she suffered a massive heart attack, compounding her critical condition. Doctors placed her on life support, but the injuries were catastrophic. For months, her family kept vigil, hoping for a miracle that never came. The hospital room became their world, filled with uncertainty and sorrow. Ultimately, Maria's injuries proved too severe, and she passed away after months on life support. Her death was directly linked to the head trauma suffered that day. The family was left with profound grief and a burning need for justice. In the aftermath, Maria's family filed a lawsuit against McDonald's, believing her death was preventable. The suit targets the corporation, its subsidiaries, and the local franchise operators, alleging a failure to ensure customer safety. Claims include wrongful death, negligence, and premises liability, arguing that McDonald's did not protect patrons from foreseeable harm. For the family, this legal battle is about justice, not just compensation. It's a fight to hold a powerful corporation accountable for a tragedy that should never have happened. Central to the lawsuit is the claim that McDonald's employees saw Green loitering and behaving erratically for at least 10 minutes before the attack, yet did nothing. The family alleges staff failed to intervene or call for help, even as the assault unfolded in plain sight. This inaction, they argue, allowed the situation to escalate, leading to Maria's fatal injury. The lawsuit points to a history of crime at this location, arguing McDonald's should have taken stronger security measures. Public records show repeated police calls for violence and criminal behavior at this address. The family contends that McDonald's knew the risks and failed in its duty of care. Their argument, a simple act, like calling the police, could have saved Maria's life. Charles Cornelius Green Jr. was arrested and initially charged with felony and misdemeanor battery. For the family, these charges offered hope for justice, but after reviewing surveillance footage, prosecutors dropped the felony charge, citing uncertainty over whether Maria was pushed or fell. Green was released without posting bail, leaving the family devastated and the status of the remaining charge unclear. With the criminal case stalled, the family turned to civil court, seeking accountability from McDonald's. Their fight is now about systemic failures, not just one individual's actions. The civil lawsuit is their last hope for justice. For Jose Juan Rangel, losing Maria is a wound that may never heal. The pain of her absence is a constant ache, a shadow that follows him through every moment of his day. He finds himself replaying memories, her laughter echoing in the kitchen, the warmth of her embrace, the way she brought light into their home. Now, the silence is deafening, and every room feels emptier without her presence. He carries immense guilt, having survived the attack that claimed his wife's life. The question of why her, and not me, haunts him, making sleep elusive and peace impossible. Each day he struggles with the weight of what he witnessed, the helplessness he felt, and the overwhelming sense that he should have done more. The trauma lingers, shaping his every thought and action. Their daughter Veronica describes the family's devastation and the void left by Maria's absence. She remembers her mother as the heart of their family, the one who held everyone together. Now, Veronica finds herself trying to fill that role, comforting her father and younger siblings, even as she grapples with her own grief. The loss has changed her, forcing her to grow up faster than she ever imagined. Family gatherings are now marked by sorrow and the loss of their matriarch. The empty chair at the table is a stark reminder of what's missing. Holidays and birthdays, once filled with laughter and joy, are now tinged with sadness. The family tries to honor Maria's memory, but the pain of her absence is always present, a silent guest at every meal. The grief is compounded by a sense of injustice, believing Maria's death was preventable. The family is tormented by questions about what could have been done differently and whether those responsible will ever be held accountable. Legal battles and paperwork add another layer of stress, making it difficult for them to find closure or begin to heal. Every reminder of that day reignites their pain and anger. Photographs, her favorite belongings, even the scent of her perfume can trigger a flood of memories and emotions. Visiting the memorial site is both a comfort and a torment, a place to remember Maria, but also a stark reminder of all that was lost. Their pursuit of justice is a way to channel grief into purpose. By seeking accountability, they hope to find meaning in their suffering and ensure that Maria's death was not in vain. The process is exhausting, but it gives them a sense of agency, a way to fight back against the helplessness that has consumed them. The family's private tragedy has become a public fight, forcing them to relive their loss in court and the media. Strangers now know their pain, and every headline is a reminder of the nightmare they cannot escape. Yet they persist, determined to share Maria's story and demand change, even as it costs them their privacy and peace. Through it all, they hope their story will honor Maria and prevent similar heartbreak for others. By speaking out, they want to create a legacy of love and resilience, ensuring that Maria's memory inspires change and compassion in the world. Maria's death raises urgent questions about safety in public spaces. Customers trust businesses to provide secure environments, but this tragedy shattered that trust. The lawsuit challenges the boundaries of corporate responsibility and premises liability. Should businesses with a history of crime be required to provide more security? This case forces a broader conversation about the social contract between companies and communities. It's a sobering reminder: safety can never be taken for granted. As of January 2026, the Rangel family's lawsuit against McDonald's is just beginning. They're gathering evidence, determined to prove the company's negligence. The case has drawn public attention, with potential implications for business security standards nationwide. A verdict could set a precedent, forcing companies to take customer safety more seriously. For the family, it's about more than money. It's about honoring Maria and demanding change. Their grief has become a public crusade for accountability. As the legal battle unfolds, their story remains a powerful reminder of how quickly an ordinary day can become a tragedy.